All right.
All right, shalawam, shalawam, yashallah, shabbat shalawam. All right, peace be unto the nation of Israel, whom are you modern-day so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners scattered across the four corners of the earth, including within America, Babylon the Great, the main place of the captivity of Jerusalem. All right, whom we have been sent out here for, okay, to fish for the elect of those people, man. All right, the lost of tribes of Israel. All right, through the Holy Spirit of the Lord, whose name in ancient Hebrew is YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay, week in and week out, in season, out of season, man. Okay, to push the gospel of good tidings, all right, to the lost tribe of Israel, and also to prophesy against Mount Seir, the rest of these heathen nations, all right, and 2/3 of our people, man. All right, in these last days, man. All right, you know, so without further ado, we're gonna face the east. All right, give all praises, glory, and infinite honor to our power, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAKADASH. All right, with that, Mashiach, Kabwadim Lahasakwanim, Shah Barak, meaning double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, the true shepherds of Israel, along with the like-minded Sakwanim, walking across the four corners, pushing this sound doctrine and faith, truth, and sincerity. And shalawam, honors and salutations by YAHAWAH, the house of David, representing the 1/3 elect men and women and children of Israel. All right, and also the 144,000 elected governing body of the house of David, man. Okay, this is what we come out here for, man. Week in and week out. You know, so we're out here, okay, then the time of Thanksgiving, okay, you know what I'm saying? A day that that damn Edomite governor of Massachusetts in the 17th century referred to gratitude for genocide, man, to commemorate the slaughter of the Pequot Indians, man. 700 of those Gadite men, so-called Native American men. Okay, where they were massacring men, women, and children, man. You see what I'm saying? So this day has been federalized as a holiday, you know, that people you would know as referred to as a holiday on Esau, Edom's calendar, man. Pursuing to Daniel, Daniel 7:25, man. Okay, all right, to further wear out the saints. You see, so we're out here to further tear down we're out here to be used by the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, for to tear down these strongholds and stumbling blocks, man, of the wicked imaginations through these strongholds and stumbling blocks, man. Okay, you know, used as snares, as in traps, okay, to entrap the minds by people, okay, to keep following the ruler's favor and his ways. And that's why in Proverbs 3:31 it says, envy not thy oppressor and choose none of his ways, man. You see? So it's about that time to wake out of sleep, like it says in Romans 13th chapter and other precepts, man. All right, because it's about that time for our deliverance. What further confirms that these last two major prophecies, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to move through the spirit, all right? And not unrighteousness, this is for edifying and exhorting, man. All right, you got something?
So we're going to go into the book of Psalms. We're going to the book of Psalms 55 and verse 21. Okay? And it says, the words of his mouth were sweeter than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Now, if you look at this day right now, killing, okay, which they call Thanksgiving here, okay, you got these heathen nations, okay, celebrating this across the earth, and I put a video last night showing a map of that. And you also have the heathens here in Great Babylon, America, and also get the 2/3, okay, that are celebrating, and those who are part of the hopefully left, who have not awakened yet, are still in this world celebrating this, okay? And if you go into the history of this, if you just have the basic history, what were these oppressors that came over into this land, you know, calling it the New World, what were they doing with the tribe of God? They were talking about what? Peace, peace, peace. We're going to make these deals with you in which you will benefit just the same way as we do. And what ended up happening? Okay, we can see that there was a great slaughter that took place. Okay, and now our tribe, our people, you know, from tribe of God, are living out in the wilderness right now, oppressed. Okay, drunk. You know, they're all on alcohol, drugs. Okay, and they're basically suffering the same way. Okay, as who you know as the so-called negroes here in this nation, which is the true biblical Jews of the Bible.
Sorry.
Okay.
But let me see. This is Proverbs chapter 26, verse 28. It reads, this is Proverbs chapter 26, verse 28. A lying tongue hated those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. You know, just like the brother was going into, man. These devils speak words. They speak smooth words like butter, man. But then they yet hiding water in their tongues. You know, confirming what they have an ulterior motive when they speak. Like these politicians, man. They act like their policies are for the people, but it's really the opposite. It's for them. You know what I'm saying? So they could further, they could further, benefit off of corruption. All right, further defrauding people. Okay, through these immoral decrees and policies and whatnot, man. You know, and that's why these treaties, you know what I'm saying? You know, and spoken about in the same chapter the brother, read from in the Psalm 55th chapter in the 20th verse, going how these devils, are known to break treaties, man. They're covenant breakers, man. Every treaty that these devils, okay, made with the Gadites, all right, they broke them. Okay, every single one of them. What's up, brother? Shalom. All right. Shalom. Brother right there. And then that's why that further confirms who the tribe of Reuben is. All right, that goes to the dignity of Reuben, because the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribe of Reuben, never made a treaties with these devils, man. Biblically known as covenants. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a further be. You know what I'm saying? That was a further substantiate who the tribe of the tribe of Reuben would be in these last days, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, in regards to Gad, all right, Gad taught these devils how to farm, how to fish, how to be civilized. You know what I'm saying? Around the Spanish Inquisition and whatnot. And how did they get repaid? Okay, they essentially didn't get repaid, man. They got stabbed in the back, man. They got all their resources stolen from them. You know what I'm saying? Exacerbated, depleted from them. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They were raped, robbed, and murdered. Okay, to the point of near genocide, man. That's why John Winthrop, the Edomite governor in the 17th century, around the time of the Pequot invasion in 1636 and 1637, all right, deemed Thanksgiving, okay, as gratitude for Genocide Day, man. Okay, and now they federalize that holiday, okay, and sensationalize it, okay, under the guise of love, okay, to condition the minds of people, all right, to indulge in these wicked customs, okay, of pagan sacrifice, man. All right, ultimately to the spiritual demon Shaitan, man. That's why in Isaiah 5:20 it says, woe unto them that calls evil good and good evil, man. You see, that's why everything is turned upside down here. All right, that they present, they have presented the covenant with death, pursuing Isaiah 28:15 as a gift. You know what I'm saying? Snares for our people. All right, to continue to follow the ruler's favor, man. You see, so the lies they speak, okay, are for the entrapment of the minds of our people to continue to worship them as God, man. All right, under their God complex and so-called white supremacy. You see, and that's why when the Pilgrims were on the scene, they were otherwise known as the Puritans, man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Synonymous with white. You know what I'm saying? Symbolic of holy, pure, blameless, and so forth. Okay, and that's why during that time they had a period of so-called racial purity. You know what I'm saying? A racial cleansing. That's why these Pilgrims are otherwise known as the Puritans, man. And they were massacring Gad, man. All right. So there is no thanks in that feast. You know what I'm saying? That pertains to our people.
This is the book of Amos 1, Psalm verse 11, and it says, "Thus said the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM, for 3 transgression of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he had pursued his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his rod forever." So, as the ark was saying, okay, starting with when they came over here and was dealing with God with the sword, okay, you see, our slavery started at that point, and right now you see today, what you see going on here in Great Babylon, America, and across this earth, and particularly here, okay, is that Esau, Edomite, okay, the so-called white man, is continuously bringing out that sword against you, okay? And that sword isn't necessarily just bringing out, the guns, or where you have the cops shooting down Jake in the street, okay? That sword is also the way men are being emasculated, okay, demasculated here, okay? Also the fact that financially, okay, we're in an oppressive state to where we cannot even as men, okay, support our household, okay? So much so that the women, okay, despise us, okay? And so that's part of that sword right there. It's like destroy us financially, mentally, and also physically. And it says in verse 12, it says, "But I will set a fire upon Theman, which shall devour the palaces of Bosra." Okay, so then we know that Great Babylon, America goes by a lot of different names. You got Bosra, Edomiel, you got Edom, okay, and it's also known as Great Babylon, okay, pursuant to the book of Revelations, where the Lord is going to finally give this place the destruction, okay, and recompense that it deserves, okay? Go ahead.
Right. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 106 in verse 40. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start up at verse 36. And they served their idols, which were a snare to them. You know, and that's why we wind up in the hands of the heathen, man. And the lowest of all heathen, pursuing Obadiah, all right, and Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, 115 verse on down to 18, thereabout, goes into the prophecy how we would be given into the hands of our enemies, man. The lowest of all enemies, and lowest of all heathen. Like it says in Deuteronomy 20 and 43, for our wrongdoings, man. That's why, can we get Psalm 17:13? That's why the Lord has used the self-proclaimed white man who didn't start calling himself white until the year 1681 around down there in Jamestown, Virginia, okay, to further imply to the public that he's pure, that he's holy. Now the other similar synonyms of white, okay? You know, we were just talking about that last night. You know, it was some argument that came up, man. You know how, you know, everything that's good, they associate with white, like angel cake being white, devil cake being black. You see what I'm saying? You know, to further uplift themselves as if, you know, in a seat of God, like it says in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. And that's why through various ideologies, so-called white supremacy, like manifest destiny and whatnot, they have justified, you know, invading these lands under the authority of so-called white supremacy, okay, you know what I'm saying, to further proclaim themselves as God on earth, all right? And the reason why that happened, mainly to our people, the Israelites, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, all right, is because of our rebellion against the Lord, the Lord's statutes, the Lord's law, statutes, commandments, man. All right, so this is Psalm chapter 106, verse 36. Oh, go ahead.
I Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword."
Thy sword. That's
okay,
right.
And we know Esau is serving as a sword of the Lord on the left. Okay, so what you Jakes need to understand out there, those of you who don't believe in the doctrine that's being taught by the man of the Lord, okay, is that Esau, the so-called white man, he is appointed, okay, on this earth, okay, to do what he's doing right now, which is create wars, to take away peace from the earth, okay, and to come with great wrath and vengeance on the tribe of Israel, okay. Because we know Esau said in what was it, Genesis 27 and 44? 27 times. That, you know, the time is going to come when he's going to go and he's going to slay his brother Jacob. And we're in that time right now. We're seeing a lot of this slaying that's taking place. Okay?
Hey, men, women, and children, man. Okay? You know, like it says in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, you know, around the 40th verse on down to 50, it says how a nation of fierce countenance will come over here and they will not spare neither the young or the old. All right? In case of point, you know, to further confirm that these devils are the modern day Greeks and Romans, you know, we just got done celebrating our high holy day, Hanukkah. Okay, going into the you know what I'm saying, the remembrance of our victory over the Idumeans, man, during the Maccabean revolt against these devils, man, where they were lynching our children, they were massacring our men and our women. Okay, they polluted our temple. Okay, as a further dedication to Jupiter. Okay, and these other deities. You know what I'm saying? You know, making our temple a place of harlotry, man. Okay, you know, and then in these modern day times, you know, they've been known to lynch us, man, and they're still lynching us. Like down south, okay. I remember a few years ago there was a young Jake that got lynched. All right, and he was found with 2 little shoes on. Someone stole his shoes. All right, and put 2 little shoes on him, man. All right, there's a whole bunch of Jakes being lynched. Going back to the 18th and 19th centuries, you so-called Mexicans from the tribe Iscar being lynched. You see what I'm saying? So who was behind that?
So this is actually, and this is an actual scriptural here. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "And fear not, my son, that we are made poor, for thou hast much wealth, that thou fear power, and depart from all sins, and do that which is pleasing in his sight." Now, when we tell you to come out of the ways of great Babylon, America, okay, thus said the Lord, and not follow all not involve yourself in iniquities, and space all the wickedness, and in particular, when you look at a day like today, which has been lied to and saying that this is a day of peace between the so-called white man and these savages that they think that they were teaming, okay, from the tribe of God, okay. These what they call Native Indians, a corporate name. Again, okay, you're assuming that because we're trying to tell you to relinquish your life here in Great Babylon, America, as far as like saying working and earning a living or anything like that. And the first thing Jake always think about is, I don't want to be poor. My whole goal in life is to become like my oppressor, to become like the so-called white man, to have a nice car, a house, and everything like that. But what did the Lord say here? Okay, you're poor, but you have a wealth, and your wealth is stored where? In heaven. Okay. This is great wealth right here. You see right now we're out here on the highway and the byway, okay, testifying of the judgment that's going to come here in Great Babylon, and also the redemption that's going to come to the tribe of Israel, okay, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and the speckled birds, okay, that look like the other nations, okay. That's great wealth. That is something that you should actually really, you know, be motivated to grasp, okay.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That's all I appreciate.
This is the book of Proverbs 18 and verse 12, and it says, before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. And you can get more haughtier, okay, than Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay? And also for you two-thirds, you're pretty haughty too right now. Many of you right now, you just did your shopping, you know, the store's gonna close, what, 12 today? And then you're gonna go bake your turkey and sit down and drink, you know, your ginger tea and all of that stuff, and you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you applaud yourself the fact that you have made it. Me, a black woman, I have made it. Me, a black man, I have made it. Okay, me, a Latino man, a woman, I have made it, okay? I got food to eat, I'm not on the bridge, doggone, you know, begging for money. And so you have this pride in you, okay? That's haughtiness right there, okay? Because we're not to be boasting in ourselves of anything that we accomplish here, because the Lord gave it and He can take away. Okay, so we should be humble. So if all the Lord is asking you to do is not to celebrate these wicked pagan holidays, okay, and to honor Him. And guess what? Today is the Sabbath. Many of you don't know that. Today happens to be the Sabbath. And that's something you really need to think about here, the fact that the Sabbath happens to fall on the doggone day that is celebrated, okay, which I like to call it arrogance of the so-called white man, okay, of him putting it in your mind that this is a great day when in fact, okay, millions of our doggone people were slaughtered at the hands of this doggone wicked devil. You know?
Yeah, this is 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 10. All right? And there came out of them a wicked root, all right? Out of Alexander, the Greeks empire, you have 4 generals, man, all right? You had and one of them was the Seleucid Empire, all right? And that's around the time where we really started being referred to Gentiles, because we were following the ways of the Gentiles, man. The lowest of all the Gentiles, the Edomites. All right? It says, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, a king who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in 137th year, all right, Slakia, in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, that we are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And that's why in Deuteronomy 28, verses 48 on down to 50, he speaks about how we would have to rely on these people in want of all things, food, raiment, you know, shelter, all right, and healing. We really don't need these devils for healing, like it says in Job 13:4, how they're the physician of no value. You see, they've been ruling over us for so long, all right, that their wicked rulership over us has been normalized, man. So the standard of living is predicated off of, the wine of Babylon, man. All right, this Western philosophy, man, including patriotism, where they send when Jake sends their children out and whatnot to, to go fight for this devil, okay, like the whole, July 4th situation, includes the secular history of this devil, I believe it's George Washington, putting Jake on the front line, man, to fight their battles, man. Yeah. You see? What do we reap from that? Nothing but death and misery, man, and destruction. Okay, for being joined onto the heathen, man. All right? That's why it says in 2 Corinthians 6:14, be not unequally yoked with these devils, man. Okay? Because what communion does light have with the darkness, man? None. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Because these people are children of dark and we're the children of light. And dark is symbolic of iniquity, compound sin, evil. Okay, and light is symbolic of true divine wisdom, knowledge, understanding that cannot enter into malicious soul, man. All right, so that's why in Sirach 12:10 it says, "Never trust thy enemy." Okay, because you shall know a man by his fruits, and this devil's works is unfruitful, man. It consists of nothing but darkness, man. Okay, you know, including federalizing pagan holidays of satanic worship. Okay, masqueraded, you know what I'm saying, under the sensationalism of folly, mirth, okay, joy. Okay, and it's all bullshit, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is your king right here. This is the king of Babylon. This is his work. Okay, how could you ignore this? Okay,
right. Real quick, this is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. You see? So scripture say better is a dinner of herbs where love is. There's no love in Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving. Because it commemorates the slaughter of our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, man. And specifically from the tribe of Gad. And you so-called indigenous people out there from the Northern Kingdom, you got to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you're ashamed of yourselves and indulging in this shit, man. You see? Especially you Gadites, you Uncle Tomahawks out there, man. You see what I'm saying? It reminds me, during Trump's presidency, there were the two elderly Uncle Tomahawks posing with Trump, cheesing in the goddamn camera, okay, right in front of a picture of Thomas, the Indian killer Jefferson, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves, man. You see, that's why the scriptures say never trust thy enemy. You know, what's that scripture? Jeremiah 13:23. Can a leopard change his spots? Okay. So likewise, the devil's wickedness cannot be changed, man. You see, once a devil, always a devil. Okay, all right. Whatever wicked traditions and customs that he has, okay, has nothing to do with Jake. It has nothing to do with Israel, man. That's why when during the time of the Wampanoag Indians, they didn't even invite the Wampanoag Indians to the so-called feast. You know what I'm saying? During the time of the green corn dance, whatever have you. It goes back to their pagan deities, man, including Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. So it's all this further confirms, man. This is a satanic pagan holiday, man. You see what I'm saying? And these are the ways of the heathen. All right, that has nothing to do with the holy covenant, the laws, statutes, commandments Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI gave our people, man. You see?
Okay, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 17 here, because you have the prophet. Okay, seeing future events that's going to be taking place, okay, and knowing that we do reincarnate back in the flesh, okay, was a concern. He says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Okay, this is speaking future tense here, so which means what? In the future. So we're in those days right now, and it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right. Now, we've brought up the poster many times, okay, talking about these things right here, okay? And these evils, which have started actually beginning in 2021 when they had that lockdown, okay, are going to continue to be manifested and actually grow, okay, worse and worse. And it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment. Okay, and these amendment, okay, is not only onto the wicked of Great Babylon, which is like the so-called white people, but it's also the two-third Hebrew Israelites and these other 16 nations, okay, that has indulged in all of the iniquities of Great Babylon America, including including being co-conspirators and working along with Esau, okay, to oppress the children of Israel. And it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You're not going to be mindful of the scourges. Now, here's the reason why. It says, behold, victuals should be so good cheap upon earth, and they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right. Gas price here in El Paso is what? $2.95.
Yeah, kind. Now I seen some yesterday for $2.92.
Okay, so that's cheap. When I came out here, it was like $4.07, which people was complaining about. But me coming from California, from the Bay Area, I was used to paying $6, almost $7 a gallon. So I thought this was a bargain. So this can get into the minds of people. Wait a minute, gas prices going down, food prices stabilize, okay. But in the meantime, they're not clicking through online, okay, because they're sitting in front of the boob tube all day watching Grab Ass or whatever other stupid show with Benny Williams and these other idiots, okay, not understanding of all the things that's going across the earth. And that's why it says, okay, Behold, victuals should be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Because this man manipulates the price of the gas, he manipulates the price of food, okay? He can manipulate the price of oil and everything else, okay? And that is confusion because one week your paycheck, okay, can barely cover your needs, and then the next week you have extra money to now go and sit and have dinner. And that's a trick of this doggone man, okay? Those are the snares that's being laid. And that's why this warning is coming from 2nd Ezra 16.
Right. All right, Khan. All right, and that's why we're sent out here to warn our people, you know, what time they're living in. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, there's a time for everything. There's a time for war, there's a time for peace, there's a time to live, and there's a time to die. We're not living in a time of peace. We're living in a time of war. Okay, you got civil unrest. Okay, the civil wars further intensifying down there in Edom by way of a democracy-based protest of the wine of America, Babylon the Great, where them damn harlots down there in Edom, okay, them Elamites down there, all right, are further protesting over them, you know, not being able to wear their hijabs, man, or them not wearing their hijabs and being forced to wear their hijabs and being in order, okay? And all across the 40 corners, you got protests and riots going down, man, okay? Because people are like I said in St. Luke, the 21st chapter, people in a state of distress. They see the gas prices going up. See, they see we're in a time of hyperinflation. They know that something's not right in the earth. So what are they doing? They're taking it out on their own so-called fellow men. Okay, through protests, through riots, putting cops to death. Okay, you know, because we're in a time of great distress. Okay. I mean, and that's because this further in signs and omens that the Lord is visiting this earth through his plagues, man. All right, and the masses are not ready for these plagues.
Okay, sorry.
No,
you good?
Go ahead. No, your question. You good?
So you guys worship the God of Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob, Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's not Jesus Christ. But that's what the world knows him as.
Well, let me tell you something real fast. Long story short, back in 1999. Long story short, I saw the Lord. He came out of the clouds. Like I said, long story. Those are my kids up there. But I saw him, and I saw millions of people. And all of a sudden, it went pitch black. And I cried. I said, God, I don't want to go to hell, please. He came out of the clouds. Bright as light. You can go to him and ask him. He'll verify it.
When you saw the Lord, you saw Jesus?
Yeah.
What did he look like when he came up? What did he look like? I'm going to show you 2 images here. What did he look like?
Never none of those.
Huh?
None of those. Exactly. The only thing I saw was.
You have to have a look. So
I couldn't see his face. Okay.
Okay.
The only thing I could see, because he picked me up and he kissed me on my forehead. But the only thing I saw was from right here. Look, from here down. I know he had a real nice goatee, real nice.
Goatee?
He had a white robe. He had a gold sash from left to right. No shoes, barefoot. And he put me back down. Remember the one thing he said to me? Well, I think he said it to everybody, but it was like a big microphone in the world. He said, "This is a warning. Be ready. I'm coming soon." This was in 1999. And after that, I went to prison. I started preaching in prison. Right now, I'm like a up and down. You know what I mean? Like I should be further than what I should be now, but I'm just.
What tribe? What would you say you are? You are Mexican descent?
No, I'm Navajo Indian.
Navajo Indian. Okay, so you're from the tribe.
I'm Native American.
On your father's side?
Huh?
On your father's side?
On your father's side? Or mother?
Okay.
Oh, both.
You're
Okay,
from the tribe of Gad.
so you're from the tribe of Gad. You're purebred.
What's
Okay.
it?
From the tribe of Gad.
Are the lost two tribes of Israel? You heard the Israelites?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, according to the biblical prophecy, the lost two tribes of Israel are the modern day so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The only demographic of people that face the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, on what was to befall these people, what was to have them oppressed, okay, all right, and afflicted by their mutual oppressor, which is self-proclaimed white man, the modern day European. Okay, so now that's through the spirit you came up, because we're rebuking this Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The slaughter of the Pequot, Wampanoag Indians and so forth. Okay, on behalf of these so-called modern day Europeans, especially during the Spanish Inquisition. You see what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
because you know, This land, America, Babylon the Great, is known as a bloody city. Okay, it's a land of robbery, like it says in Nahum, the 3rd chapter, for example. You know, and we were brought over here to serve slavery to the self-proclaimed white man.
All I know is Jesus is coming, man. People are not ready. People,
they're not. They are.
There is so much.
They're distracted.
There's so much craziness that's going on right now as we speak. It's just awful, man. But God still loves. Jesus still loves. He still loves the people that
that he died for.
Yes.
That he died for, which is the 130 left.
Right.
See, my mom, she raised me in church. My mom, they run a church on the reservation, on the Indian reservation. They run a church. My mom, my dad, but my older brother, he just got. He was killed 3 months ago in Phoenix. And I'm waiting for Abba to come. I am, but I know I need to go into a fast, basically. I need a fast, man. And I need to get my kids, man. Tell them, come on, man.
More importantly, brother, you know, let me tell you like this. You know, fasting is a law, and you know, just keep in mind, keeping the laws, statutes, commandments is not what's going to save us, but rather our measure of faith by rehearsing the righteous laws, statutes, commandments, and that comes into the remembrance of who we are. That we are the lost tribes of Israel, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American. So what's important for you, brother, is understanding who you are. You're a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Gad. Gad meaning truth. Okay, and you have royal blood in your veins. You're precious to the Lord because you are a Hebrew Israelite by bloodline. Okay, because contrary to popular belief, the Heavenly Father did not send His only begotten Son to die for the entire world. That ideology of universal salvation is a satanic doctrine that Nimrod, the Cushite, started. Then when the Greeks came into power during the beginning of white supremacy, they adopted that ideology and they used religion to usurp their white supremacy over the Israelites.
Now that you talk about Nimrod, that hit a bump because I know that the military, they found Bildenbergs, remember? They found his body. And they have it up in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
They found his body, and that was the whole reason why they were out there, the military, you know, Iraq. But there was
they're out there to steal resources.
Yeah.
But hold on, go ahead, brother.
Let me read this. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "For we are laborers together with God, and ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building."
Okay, we are laborers with God. We are, because we're God's husbandry. Husbandry basically means that we're joined onto Heavenly Father. All right, it's a synonym of husbandry is what? Marriage, meaning joined together. Bible Shah, can you get Jeremiah 3:14?
Jeremiah 3:14.
Because the reason why we bring this out, because you mentioned we're a church, right? We're a church really means to call out. You see what I'm saying? And the real church is not a physical temple. Okay, like the Messiah said. Okay, he said when
this is our temple right here.
Bro, hold on. They said you're right, but like I said, like the Messiah said, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. That's the real essence of church. Go ahead.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. It says, "Turn, O backsliding children, said the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you out of the city, and 2 of the family, and I will bring you to Zion."
Bring you to Zion. That's 2 of the family, talking about the 2 kingdoms of Israel. The southern kingdom of Israel, which are the so-called blacks, or negroes from the tribe of Judah, so-called Western Jews. That's how Shah Messiah.
Okay.
Depiction of it.
What do you mean, like?
The true
you go
depiction of
into the
Messiah.
book of Revelations 1:14. Let's go into that. And I want you, that reason why I asked you earlier, okay, when you say you saw, what did the world call Jesus? Okay. What did it look like?
The way I think of things is I just think of it as a personal relationship. He's like my friend. He's everything to me.
Well, here's the deal. See,
I don't like to debate about.
Yeah, well, see, Christianity has people bind it. Okay, so for example, when you think of, you're wearing a cross right now, which is actually adultery. Okay, so actually you're not supposed to be wearing a cross around. Think about it. The so-called Jesus died on the cross. Would you think he would want you to remember him on the way?
No, but he's not. See, he's not on the cross.
Okay, so you're just
I'm back with the brother, okay? Now peep this real quick. Back up what the brother just told you or explained to you, okay? This is Exodus chapter 20, the point is in verse 3. We'll start at verse 1. Exodus 21. "And the Most High God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, and out of the house of bondage." Okay? Verse 3, here's a point. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay, and excuse me, verse 4 is a point. Exodus 24 reads, Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. So technically, like the brother was saying, you know, that's a reason why you're not supposed to be wearing that, because it's of idolatry. Because that symbol goes back to. Hold on, brother. Let me explain to you. Because iron sharpens iron, and you didn't know. Okay, but like it says in Acts 17 chapter, the Most High at once upon a time winked out of ignorance. Okay, so now you no longer have a cloak for your sins, because now you know who you are according to the Bible, and why you're supposed to be rehearsing your righteous laws, statutes, commandments, and that includes keeping the first commandment. Now that symbol goes back to Tammuz, all right, and it also goes back to the Roman symbol of death on behalf of Nero, the Roman Emperor Nero, and that's why in Roman Catholicism they have a symbol of the fake image of the Messiah, Cesare Borgia, okay, bent up on the cross. Okay, to commemorate the torture of the Messiah. So that confirms that religion is wicked. Okay, religion in the Latin tongue, it goes back to the Latin word religio, meaning restraint. And when these conquistadors and Spaniards came over here with religion, it was used as a tool of oppression against the so-called blacks and indigenous people.
Mind if I take a picture?
Of course.
Yeah, go.
Go ahead, you can do as much as you want. And while you're taking that, I wanted to bring this out to you because good aspect of this picture right here. Now take a look at that. I want you to take a look at what they call Jesus Christ here. It says, this is John, okay? He was just John Revelator, and he was being given a vision of what's to take place in the latter days. And it says, this is Revelations 1, starting verse 13. It says, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his foot, which is similar to what we're wearing right now, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle, showing his royalty. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burning a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. When you take a look at this and you start using the word Jesus Christ, think of a hippie. Okay, this is the reason why they are. When you think of John 3:16, it says, "So God so loved the world," you think of this person right here, because under his laws, okay, with the world thing right here, you can be a sodomite. You can be wicked, you can be an adulterer, okay? But the scripture clearly describes something that look like this. Now, who you are more like, this is what brass look like when it's burnt in the fire, okay? Now, the reason why our people can't accept that is this. These people here, these Amalekites, okay, these so-called Jewish people, okay, they're gone, and they set up for you to look like this, which looks like them, okay? And they did this, okay, when they went down in the South, when they went down to South America right now with the Incas and the Aztecs, okay, they set up this pagan ritual for them. Okay, but
hey, Israelite, brother, look it up. Hebrew Israelites.
Look it up.
I got my Bible.
Yeah, because I mean, you have the zeal. Obviously, you have the zeal. You were preaching. You said when you were in prison, you know, you didn't get involved in all that craziness. You was doing the right thing. But you obviously have the zeal. But there's a little bit more to it like that, and that's why we're set up to it. And you know,
that's why you know how it says it's better not to know God, to know Him, and to walk away. Remember that little phrase? Like if you know Him real good, and then you just like walk away from everything that He taught you.
Well, basically you put down the plow.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right. Love you guys.
Look on the internet. Look up Hebrew Israelites.
Hebrew is
Israelites.
Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
You have a phone?
Yeah.
Type in this website here.
Here, do it for me here.
Oh God.
I just had this. Oh shit. That's the first thing we celebrated in 5 years. I don't celebrate no holiday.
Don't celebrate.
To me, they're all pagan. To me, they're all pagan holidays.
So you celebrated Thanksgiving today?
No, I just went to eat. Took my kids out to eat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you just
well, at least you know. You just know it's pagan.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I mean, you can eat, but just keep in mind.
Every time I go to, I always try to spread. I tell them, Jesus loves you. Jesus is coming. You know, I try to read
like Apostle Paul back there.
Yeah.
Apostle Paul spoke about that. You know, if there's you see a brother or sister, you know, eating like a so-called Thanksgiving meal, as long as they know it's wicked and they pray over it, then you can't, you can't judge them for eating it, and you can't judge them for not eating it, as long as they know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, there's a real good pizza joint down there, man.
Yeah.
But it's called It's right down here somewhere, but it's by a wicked place.
This is the site right here. So this site has all of the teachers from Great Millstone, likewise brothers.
Okay.
So you'll
144,000, huh?
Yeah,
You know what?
Governing body.
I learned about that.
The House of David. The House of David.
You know what? I learned about the 144,000 when I was locked up. I went 14 days not eating, just reading the Bible from 12 o'clock to 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. every day. And the Lord taught me to pray from 12 to 3. Lord, those precious hours. And I would get up and pray, and I would just give my food away to my cellmate or to whoever I wanted. Hey, love you guys.
All right,
love you guys.
Shalom. All right, shalom.
God bless. Shalom. Okay, have a good day.
Quick preset, man. Jake, you know, you devils got a lot to pay for, man. You know?
They do, because they get our people confused, okay? And this is the reason why, you know, we have to be out here, because like you can put a lesson up, nobody would see it. I mean, they would see it, but no different like you out here on the highway, people milling around, they get curious, and now you're able to let them know, like, you know, you have the zeal, but you're not quite there yet. We all had our own ways of how we were looking at things, like, oh yeah, this is the right way because Christianity taught us that, and we thought we were doing the right thing. So now you know.
Baba Bashar, let me back you up real quick now, because yeah, man, you know, like the brother said, you know, our people have a zeal, a strong zeal, that's a passion for God. But like it says here, Romans chapter 10, verse 1, point verse 2. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High God, Yahawah, for Israel is, not the whole world, okay? For Israel is that they might be saved. The word saved is a prefix of the word salvation, all right? Because we need salvation from ourselves and this wicked flesh, born against our true selves, our spirit, to do the things that we ought not, like going to one of the epistles of Apostle Paul, quoting YAHAWAH. All right, we definitely need saving from our enemies, including the lowest of all of them, the Edomites.
That's right.
Okay, so this is Romans, here's the point, Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High God, Yahawah, but not according to knowledge. Did Jake, man, he knows a little something, but he's bugged out, man. Okay, because he's been in darkness for so long. That gross darkness spoken about in Isaiah the 60th chapter, in Romans 11th chapter. Okay, yeah. Jeremiah 17:4 as well. You know how our people, that gross darkness goes into the fact that we collectively forgot that we are the chosen people of the Lord, and we think that the Heavenly Father dealing with everyone.
Yeah. And that's the reason why he came in that spirit, like, you know, God, love. And no, okay, he loved his people, but which is he lacked people. But guess what? He's chastised all of us. In fact, he's chastising brothers right now. Okay, okay. Right. So we're getting that. This is the book of Psalms 31, Psalm verse 18. It says, "Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of man." Okay, and now you seeing, okay, right now this war, okay, these Amalekites, okay, the so-called Jewish people conglomerates, okay, have against what? The righteous men right now, striking our channels. We right now have to be careful with words we have to say right now, or say it in codes or in Paleo Hebrew, okay? And also the fact that we are the ones right now, the reason why we step out constantly is right. We are to testify before men, these men, okay, the true biblical God of the Bible, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. He's not a nice guy, okay? He's not a man that loves the whole world, okay? And there's great judgment and recompense that's going to become the great Babylon America, but in particularly to these wicked Gentile nations and these Amalekites, okay, the people who are ruling this earth. Go ahead.
This is Psalm. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 66, verse 5, and it reads, "Come and see the works of the Most High God, Yahawah. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men." Okay, including you Edomites, man. That's why down there in the Holy Land, you damn Amalekites got to visit. I'll say it just like that, for algorithm purposes. And I did a lesson on this, man. Call on YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay, that further confirms that the Lord is visiting the land, in the Holy Land inhabited by the Gentiles, prophesied in St. Luke, the 21st chapter. Yeah. And that's you damn Amalekites over there, man. That's why the Lord brought that judgment upon your ass, man. And to rescue heathen, like down there in Indonesia. where a lot of you Japhites and Edomites is at, man. The Lord brought judgment upon your ass, and he loves jacking you devils up down there, you demons up down there in Indonesia, man. Every time you turn around, there's a damn tsunami or earthquake. You know what I'm saying?
Constantly.
Hey, and the death toll right now, by the way, the earthquake down there is like 300.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's terrible to the children of men. So that further confirms, you know what I'm saying? What's going on down there in Edom? At least 362 Elamites have been put to death, including 56 children, man.
That's right.
So all you people that claim you know the Lord, you don't know the Lord, man. Because like it says in Proverbs 11 chapter, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. He's a ruthless killer of the wicked. He always has been, man. Otherwise, he wouldn't have claimed all them souls in the time of Noah, except for 8. You see, he wouldn't have burned them damn sodomites up in fire if he loved everyone. You see, you know. So, you know, like it says, you know what I'm saying, and like it says in Scripture, man. Okay, in the book of 1 John, if those who claim to love the Lord who don't keep His laws, statutes, commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in them. Okay, and all liars will be put to death ruthlessly, pursuing Revelation. What's that? Revelation? Somewhere in the book of Revelation, man. Now, how all liars, all you know, witches and warlocks and so forth, false prophets will be burnt up in that fire, that second death. Okay, especially those who take that Karagma. You see what I'm saying? And that's what further confirms that we are in the last days, because these devils getting ready to collapse. Well, you people are distracted by this folly, these folly days out here of mirthing and you know what I'm saying, and perverseness. These devils are preparing to collapse these global economies, okay, to transition this current monetary system over to central bank and digital currencies, man. That's why that devil Klaus Schwab just made a recent statement. You know what I'm saying, about roughly paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying, the need of transitioning this world over to a digital system, so they could justify monitoring everyone's, you know, they could monitor everyone, man, okay, through the digital system.
And it's going to go into this next.
That's right.
Now, you saw earlier there was a guy that came up, and we were testifying to him, you know, giving him corrections, but he was pulled over away by his woman. All right, let's go into this with you women. All right, because these women are going to cause the death of a lot of men. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, starting verse 22. And it says, an harlot should be accounted as a widow, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Okay? Now, each and every one of us could probably talk about that one woman, okay, that terrorized you, that had you in check. Okay, I don't care who the hell you are, okay? Somehow, I don't know why a woman can actually do that to a man. It doesn't matter what size you are, how much money you got, they can check you, okay? Because why? The Lord will put a pacified, feminine spirit in you and make that woman a masculine, okay? Give her a masculine spirit, and she dominates you. And so that woman, the wife of that doggone Jake there, the guy that was here, okay, pulled him away from this truth. Okay, he's like, okay, I'm going on. He said he never really celebrate any doggone holidays, but yet still today he's out there celebrating Thanksgiving. That's right. Because he's out there dining out in some restaurant. And who's costing that? I saw his 2 daughters, his son, and his wife. His wife is like, honey, I think it's a great idea. Let's go out to them. We never do this, okay? And those are the slick ways the devil gets you.
And not hearkening to the truth. Not hearkening to the truth. You know what I'm saying? On behalf of our women, man. And real quick. Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Okay? And our women pursuing Deuteronomy 28:56 have transitioned from tender and delicate to a damn hyper masculine brute beast. You know what I'm saying? That woman king spirit, like that damn demon N.Dub, Viola Davis, pushing out that G.I. Jane spirit, man. The Lord ain't with that, man.
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay, and it says, this is continuing here, verse 24, Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 says, a dishonest woman contempleth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman that honored her husband should be judged wise of all, but she that dishonored him in her pride should be counted ungodly of all. Me and the Alcohol, we're talking about, you know, you're going to see very soon, particularly, probably even starting next year in 2023, because you know the elder apostle Taha has coined it as the year of horror, okay, and great and terror that's going to come here, and we can see that right now with all the layoffs that's going on. Jake them, they would take these doggone harlot women, okay, to these games and to these concerts and stuff, The entrance fee is what? $75 a person. Then when you could talk about the drinks that are about what, $25 a person, you got jig that are making barely above minimum wage, okay? Or even if you're making a decent salary, let's say you're making 60 G's a year, how far can that go when the doggone so-called white man is taking away about doggone 40% of it in taxes, okay? So your net pay or your tangible, okay, finance, okay, is only at 60%. And these women drag these men out. And guess what? They're just going to leave you when you are not able to facilitate or to give them, okay, that lifestyle that they want here, because this is all about the image of these doggone women, you know? That's all it is. Okay, and you men are going to be out here, and you're going to be walking up, okay, asking, hey man, can you help me? Can you help a brother? Well, honestly, if you come up to me like that, guess what? You're not a brother. Right. If you are not in this truth, you're not a brother. I'm just going to be a stone cold mother to you, okay? That's right. Because I'm going to ask you, what tribe are you from? Right. Simple ones, okay? Do you even know the name of the Lord? And if you go with Jesus like that, I'm backing away and go, man, take a look at me. Do I look like I don't get money to give for you, man? I'm broke too. That's right. That's the word you can hear from me. That's right. Okay? Because you already follow these doggone women. If a woman, okay, shamefaced, she's loyal to you, okay? She would know, honey, let me go to the stove and cook the food. Okay? We can cook the food, and we can say, yeah, we can, you know, minister to each other or whatever the case is, that, or you minister to your wife, okay, and the kids, okay, and grow up and bring up your household in the right way. But our men don't want to be men, and that's why the Lord gave them these doggone women and these harlots to destroy them. Right.
Even YAHAWASHI told his own mother. His mother came up to him. She said something along the effects of, you know, YAHAWASHI, you know, they need some more wine, you know, whatever. Or no, someone came to YAHAWASHI and said, oh, YAHAWASHI, your mother, you know, said such and such about wine, or they need more wine. And he said, who's my mother? Who's my brother? You know. Exactly. He cut him. You know, just to reprove him, like, no, my real family is those in his ministry. You know, and our women are not with us, man. They're not our family, our sisters, our mothers. They're wicked as hell, man. Collectively, man. You see, now, there's gonna be you know, some of them are gonna make it because they're the 1/3. You know, regarding that precept in 2 John 1:1, where it speaks about the elect lady. You know, but for the most part, you know, that woman, okay, our women have become snares to us, man. Okay, because that's part of the curses that was to further you know, affect our nation. You know, being that we are the spiritual wives of the Heavenly Father, and we broke wedlock, so to say, proverbially speaking. You see what I'm saying? That, you know, the husbandry, you know what I'm saying, so to say. So now just to you know, to enlighten us and how it feels, you know what I'm saying? He made our women wicked. That's why, real quick, the book of First Ezra chapter 4 verse 22, it reads, by this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? You see, like this guy, the Gadite, brother said, the Gadite who was up here. He's like, oh well, I know Thanksgiving is pagan, but we had Thanksgiving, and I pressed him, and I said, so you kept Thanksgiving? You know, if you did, you did. I mean, you don't. If you didn't know, you didn't know. Now you know you're Israelite. But then you, like the brother was going into, he said this is the first Thanksgiving he's had in like 5 years or whatever time he said, and then he said he admitted, he indirectly admitted that he only is keeping things killing because of his fucking wife, man. Yeah. And the bitch is pulling him away, pulling him away from the truth, man. Like in that Jezebel spirit. You know, that's why, you know, Jezebel, you know what I'm saying, was conspiring to slay the prophets, man. That's the same spirit our women are in. You know, and that's why in Jeremiah, speaking of giving all to the women, it's like Jeremiah the 44th chapter. You got wicked ass men, all right, giving, offering, bringing forth drink and meat offerings to the Queen of Heaven, Semiramis, you know, majorly or mainly by way of the influence of the wives, man. Yeah. Weeping to Tammuz and whatnot. You see?
And this is why people destroy, and our men are destroyed because of the doggone women right now. And that Jacob's trouble is going to be really heavy financial. It's why it's going to be so much trouble to us, because a man, your woman, okay, she sees things with her eyes. She's a very lustful, covetous, okay, individual, okay. And so now, when that time comes, okay, when you should have that net, okay, ability to pay for that $75 piece of pork chop, not pork chop, I'm sorry, steak, you don't have it. And when I say steak, I'm talking low end, doggone eye of the round or something like that, okay? You don't have that money to go pay for that. This is the book of Lamentations 3, starting verse 52, and it says, my enemies chase me sore like a bird without cause. They cut off my life in the dungeon and cast a stone upon me. We're in a dungeon right now. Great Babylon is a dungeon for us, okay? It's like a prison, okay? No matter how much you try to get up and try to strive here in Great Babylon, America, Esau, that still represent that the fact that this man has a foot on your doggone neck and keeping you down. Doesn't matter if you have the education, doesn't matter if you have the connections or whatever the case like that. This man is going to be the one that's going to decide whether you're going to move forward in his wicked kingdom. And it says, water flow. They have cut off my life in the dungeon and cast a stone upon me. Water flowed over my head. Then I said, I am cut off. I call upon thy name, O Lord, out of the low dungeon. Thou hast heard my voice. Hide not thine ear at my breathing, at my cry. This is us, okay? This is us in the low dungeon right now, crying out to the Lord to hear us and hear our cry. Our cry of the injustice that's going on here. Our cry now that we are awake now, we're looking at the fact that, okay, the things that they did to us in slavery, okay, the Lord actually had mercy on us by not even allowing us to hear our past. Like, you really don't want to know what Esau has done to you. You really don't want to know, okay? So this is why we are crying out here on the highways and the byways. We're crying out on the YouTube, okay, on the Unicorn, okay, on all the other platforms out there, okay, to the Lord to hear our plea. Okay, we are sick and tired of being in this low state. Okay, to exalt us, okay, and redeem us from this place.
We get 2 Ezra 15 and 8. We'll bring this quick precept out. This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. That's why you got a lot of people, committing suicide right about now because they, especially around this Thanksgiving, time, for the fact that hyperinflation has negatively affected their plans to go out there and buy the things that they were so accustomed to buying to prepare for this Thanksgiving feast of Satan, man. Including egg purchases where, the price of eggs has skyrocketed, 43%. You know what I'm saying? As worse as it's been since the 1970s, around the time where they were food rationing and gas rationing, man. That's why what's going on down there in Sri Lanka, okay, is a further precursor or omens what ultimately coming to America, man. Yeah. Babylon the Great. And that's going to result in people going to war over resources, you know what I'm saying? Pursuing the 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 2nd Ezra 15 and 19, yeah. That's going to be within Jacob's trouble.
Okay. So we are going to see that on a heavy case right here. Okay, and we seen that right here. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 8, and it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cried unto me, and the soul of the just complained continuously. Okay? And so that's what you are seeing right now, okay? This wickedness that's going to come. But, okay, you two-thirds, of course, you wouldn't reverence or the word or even obtain this doctrine until you see this happening to you, okay? It says right here, 2nd Ezra 15, 17-19, it says, a man shall desire to go into the city and should not be able because of their pride. The city should be troubled and houses should be destroyed. A man should be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and tribulation. Believe you or me, your buddy, your neighbors next to you, as much as they smile at you, they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be the ones that's actually gonna put you to death. Okay, or likewise, you might have to actually put them to death. Okay, and this is not only for the two-thirds. Now, we're only concerned about the tribe of Israel, or so-called blacks and Americans, Latinos, and the speckled birds that are here in Great Babylon. Okay, this is what we preach to, but we do preach this gospel out to the rest of these nations that are here too. Because why? They're all blinded. They all have that wine inside of them from Esau. Okay, the Edomite, the so-called white man, who's actually doing what? He sits up in this cave. Okay, he's nice and wealthy. Okay, so he's not going to have these judgments that are not going to come. Okay, on the prince and the kings of this earth. Okay. Not because they're special, but because they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. Okay? Okay? But for the rest of these people on this earth, they've got, okay, this to look forward to.
Real quick, this is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay? Like the brother was saying, the neighbors that, that howdy neighbor spirit, that shit gonna be a thing in the past, man. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at people like food, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, you know, it's going to get so bad out here where people are going to transition from going to war within a civil war, prophesied in St. Matthew, the 24th chapter, and the chapter that the brother just got done reading from, 2nd Ezra 15th chapter, from going to war over resources and commodities and such, necessities, to going to war with each other, okay, to consume each other for food.
Now, I want to add on to that. When we bring out these epistles and this gospel, okay, to those of you who are actually, you know, been selected by YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI to get this and retain this, this is a survival guide, okay? Because, like any brother out there, myself, I always have a soft heart for Jake, and I used to give away money to him or whatever way I can help him like that. You know, now that I understand that they actually, these were the same Jakes, okay, that put YAHAWAH BAHASHAM out to death. These are the ones who were crying for Barabbas, okay? I'm less likely to do it, okay? But I still do it, you know, because why? We have that compassion. We naturally have that compassion because the tribe of Israel, the men, women, and children, we just naturally are the righteous, okay? So we can have that compassion. But when you see these tribulation come on, okay, we went to 2nd Ezra 15, okay, verse 16 all the way up to 24, which talks about the seditions amongst men and the sword being used and spoiling the houses, okay? You got to understand, you can't put yourself in danger. You can't open that door to help these doggone wicked Jakes that are not being judged by the Lord, okay? So this is also the survival guide to understand, when you start seeing how people falling apart, screaming, oh, help me, and all that stuff, don't have no pity for them. Don't have no pity, okay? Because they didn't want to hear this word. They will walk up and down past you. Some of them want to fight you. They'll look at you and scoff you. I saw 2 sisters walk today, not even come over here. Okay? You got 2 brothers up here, standing up here, okay, with Bibles in their hand like that, okay? They're always crying about having a decent man or whatever. No, I'm not saying she should come up here to try to pick us up. I'm just saying that she should at least come up there and go, hey brothers, what are y'all doing? Okay? Why aren't y'all celebrating Thanksgiving? Now we can educate her, but she walked up there, okay, with a nice Gucci purse on her shoulder. This is all good for her.
Yeah, like it says in Ecclesiastes 7:7, a gift destroyed the heart. You know, so what is presented to our people as gifts are really snares of the covenant of death, man. Okay, because they don't know what time they live in, man. And I just line back on what the brother was saying about how these scriptures, man, this book of life, okay, is the book of life. You know, literally. Okay, it's a blueprint, okay, of the righteous instruction to do the things, to learn, to be reminded of the things that pleases YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, okay, to be deemed worthy enough to be saved in these last days, man, because we're gonna need some divine intervention when our hell's breaking loose, man. We can't move by way of our own merit, because we're in this flesh, and this flesh has limitations, man. So this is Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Okay, like I said in the book of Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is death. The gift of life is eternal through YAHAWAH, Lord. And he is a physical embodiment of this truth, of this word. Okay, the word of truth. You know, it's that St. John 1:14 and Acts 10:34, I believe it is. You see? So that's why he's an intercessor for our sins. And that's why he's coming back to claim his purchase, pursuing the Acts of 20th chapter. Okay? Those who belong to him. Okay? That was appointed onto him by Abanawa Yahawah. Okay? So if you're not of that remnant, if you're not of that spiritual VIP list, your ass is grass, man. That's right. So if you don't listen, if you're not hearkening now, you know, you could very well be that 2/3 club, man. You could be of those whose names written in the earth, pursuing Revelation 13:3, to continue to marvel after man. Okay, so when all hell breaks loose, okay, out of fear of losing your lives, you're gonna take that kadama, man.
Oh yes, you are. And here's the deal, because see, Esau, okay, understand this. The scripture says otherwise, but Esau, in his mind, okay, and in his heart, he believes that he's going to triumph over the entire tribe of Israel. Let's go into the book of Psalms 2, Psalm verse 1. It says, "Why do the heathens raid and the people imagine a vain thing?" Now, when you talk about the UN meetings, okay, there's no representation of the tribe of Israel over there. Okay, in fact, right now we are a nation, okay, biblically, but we haven't been set up as a nation yet until YAHAWAH Mashiach returns and actually put us in our land, okay, and establish us. Okay, so that crap over there with these so-called Amalekites and with these so-called Jewish people over there sitting down there talking about they're in Israel, okay, it's false, okay? And it says, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord, YAHAWAH Mashiach, shall laugh at them in derision and should have them in derision. Okay? So guess what? 2/3 is going to get caught up in this. That's it. 2/3. 1/3 of us, okay, Lord willing, it's us, the brothers you see stand up here along with all you believers out there and the other brothers, likewise brothers, okay, are going to be saved. So it doesn't matter. It's already been written here. Okay, and this is the reason why we don't have the fear that's doggone mad. Okay, and we are giving you this good news here. Okay, from the scriptures. Okay, that you actually have a chance. Okay.
All right. Real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 4, verse. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 4. All right, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 4 reads, when the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. Okay, so you 2/3, you're going to be saved, but your perception of salvation is death by pain, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Okay, all right, because all like it says.
All right, so yeah, it's like we have to do a little change here. The devil working overtime.
Spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah. Where we at?
I was in Isaiah 4:4. You can bring that out again about Mashah. Basically, we speaking on, you know what I'm saying? We're going into salvation is was intended for, man. Okay. And now, let's say Romans 11 chapter that all Israel is going to be saved, but you 2/3, you're going to be saved through death by pain. You're going to meaning what? You're going to be put out of your misery. Okay. You're not going to be saved in the sense of being spared from the plagues of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay, because your name's written in the earth. Okay, and you trust in man. Okay, over the man of war. Abnal YAHAWAH, like it says in Jeremiah 17 chapter. Yeah. If you got it up.
We are going to Jeremiah 7 verse 8. It says, "Behold, you trust in 9 words that cannot profit. Will you steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom you know not? And come and stand before me in this house which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations." And okay, and so those 9 words, you can look at Esau, the Edomite, okay, the so-called white man. You got the Jakes them, okay, these pastors, okay, these pulpit, pork-eating, bald-faced, shaved-faced pastors, okay, that are teaching you false doctrine, because they're not going to tell you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Why? Because this is actually money to them, okay? The next day is going to be what? It's convenient known as so-called Black Friday, okay? But they're not telling you that because why? The whole Babylon is built over what? About finances. And these churches, these houses, okay, are built on finances. That's why they give you the nice organ, the piano, you get the song and dance going on, and then what? That collection plate is passed around, okay? Have you been entertained, okay? So, right now, you people out there don't really know, okay, that these holidays, these pagan holidays, okay, is actually giving your mind and your heart, okay, is over to so-called wicked appetites, okay? And that's how they keep you from getting that, that's how they keep you from getting that righteousness, okay? Because they want to destroy you, they hate you.
The precept, this is Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. All right. So they have exploited people through the selling these witchcrafts, man. Presenting witchcraft, all right, as some sort of normacy to the public and profiting off of it, man.
Profiting off it.
You know.
Okay. How many of you right now? And I've seen it before in real life, and it was actually Edomites when I had the Edomite friends. I mean, I seen wives and husbands throwing fists at each other because why? Someone can get a turkey in the oven quick enough like that, and they had company coming over. I was part of that company that was going to be coming over like that. Okay, and these people going really hardcore into this. Okay, but that's okay. This is their premium. They can do that. We're not to do that. Okay, this is the book of First Timothy 4, verse 13, and it says, "Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which is given to thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery. Meditate among these things, give thyself wholly to them, and that thy profiting may appear to all." Okay, so the Lord is telling us, and in particular us who are in this fruit already, okay, to meditate and consistently stay inside of this truth, okay, and not to go back into the world, because it doesn't take much for you to go, you know what? You know, I'll go to Bobby's house and just have some turkey dinner with them like that, you know, with the cranberry and the stuff like that. And as they give you the song and dance about, you know, the Native American and the Europeans, you know, getting together and have this nice picnic together because they're good friends. Okay, you're going into that. Okay, and this is the reason why you see brothers are doing 3-4 videos a day. You're coming on the highways and the byways and stuff like that because why? The temptation on this earth is significant. Right. It is significant because we were all out there. We still have, you know, toys and things in our house and things in our life that is what a great reminder of our old life. Okay, so this is the breath of life that we have right now is to continuously, okay, stay in this truth. Okay, whether we're listening to it or we're actually listening and also going out there and teaching it. Okay,
that's why the scripture say, "Follow not a multitude to do evil," in Exodus 23:2. You know, and there's lines of this precept here in the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 10, and it reads, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." That the brother set the example. You got Bobby from the world, your friend Bobby in the world, you know what I'm saying? From the gym or whatever the hell you know him from, and he's inviting you to eat some Thanksgiving turkey, some dry ass turkey with no seasoning on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, just because it's culturally a part of the social norms to indulge in.
Yeah.
So, you know. And if you don't do it, then you'll be looked at as a damn outcast.
Yeah, you're ostracized. Okay. Okay. Right. So, you know, the Bobby feeling is going to be hurt if you don't come over to Bobby's house, okay, to do it. All right? Because that's a part of the society. And there's a shame, there's great shame in the society if you're not following the mark. That's the reason why, okay, when you look back at when we had the you know, the BG session going on right there, they actually came out and said there's two. There's the non-BGs and there's those who are the BGs. Yesterday in the news, okay, did you see what happened? The BGs, those that are part of that BG, you know what I'm talking about, okay? They actually now are the ones that are falling apart, having a hard time. You know, their body, okay, is now changing, okay? And this is actually in the news right now. So we said, we told you so, we told you so, okay? Those of you who are watching, you know what we're talking about, okay?
A little more on this. Proverbs 1:11. If they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause." So these ministers of Satan, you know what I'm saying, that help push the agenda of the wicked central crime banking families, the Dukes of Edom, these Amalekites, okay, and even people on the lower part of the totem pole, so to say, people in the world, all right, whether unknowingly or knowingly, they're in the spiritual war on the left hand side doing the bidding of Satan. You know what I'm saying? And their job is to entice you to be wicked, all right, to claim the innocent blood, so to say, all right, to further deter your mind away from doing the things that please the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, so you can be destroyed with them. Because misery loves company, man.
That's right.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 12. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, okay, and whole as those that go down into the pit. All right. In other words, and I believe the Hebrew word for pit is synonymous with hell, which is shawa'al or sha'al. Okay. And that just means pit, symbolic of death and destruction. It got nothing to do with no so-called imaginary eternal hellfire realm where the wicked, all the wicked souls go when they leave this earth. That's all Greek mythological folklore, man. It's damnable heresies, cunningly devised fables, man. Okay, it's the point. We're in our version of hell, downtrodden. Okay, you know what I'm saying? These impoverished neighborhoods, for example, prophesied in Deuteronomy 32 and 26. These ghettos, Indian reservations, you know what I'm saying, were gathered, drinking themselves to damn near death and actual death, and these barrios, man. Okay, to further confirm that we are the people of the book, man. All right. And there's forces at work that operates within these people, all right, to get us away from our power. That's why there's a few precepts in mind where it might be in the Apocrypha. One of them might be in the Apocrypha where it might be in Judas, and another one where it mentions how the heathen were saying or conspiring amongst themselves, if we let these people, if we don't stop these people from turning to their God, then God would overtake us by raising them up. That's why in the Book of Kings, it says, basically, if we all turn to the east and praise the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, okay, we'd be delivered at that instant. But that's not going to happen because 2/3 of the prophesy to be destroyed. Man. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 13. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. All right? Cast thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. You see? Like case in point, Judas Iscariot, a prime example of 2/3 took the Judas purse, man. Okay, he allowed Esau to bribe his ass, and by delivering up, to deliver up our Lord. And he felt bad. He felt guilty right after because Jake got a guilty conscience, man. And he tried to return the shekels of silver, you know what I'm saying, to the wicked of the scribes and Pharisees, the chief priests. They mocked him. They said, "We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need your ass no more, nigga." That's basically what they told him. Yeah. And that's the attitude that's going to be directed towards you 2/3 that sell out. You big ass, including you big ass gladiator jakes and the coons like Shaq and Charles, Chuck E. Cheese, Barkley, Amari Stoudemire, and all you, man.
Oh, yeah, and I got something to add on to that, brother. And it says, this is the book of Isaiah 31, and verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, okay, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." Okay, now let's go into verse 3 here, because this is really important here. Now he's talking about Shaq and all these other celebrities and these other jakes out there that are in a position of authority over jakes, and also have the ability to influence shit because of what? The wealth that's here in Great Babylon, America, that says, now the Egyptians are men, or who the Egyptians is synonymous to these doggone Babylonians, okay? These Edomites, so-called white people, okay? And not God, and that causes flesh and not spirit. When the Lord, Yahawashi Mashiach, shall stretch out his hands, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is open shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. Now, what is that talking about? Okay, that is talking about the fact that, okay, when you get someone like Charles Barkley who's going to say, "I love gay people, I love the transgender community," okay, that is a very grievous thing for a man like that to say, because why? He is in a position, okay, where he can influence jakes, and that's why Esau set up these certain men, okay, and giving them a pulpit, okay, giving them a public image, okay, to go out there to try to what? Deceive the people, okay, and particularly the tribe of Israel, okay, into following the ways of Great Babylon, America. But the Lord said, basically, if you help that, meaning what? You speak, okay, and agree with their ways, okay, you agree with the LGBTQ, okay, you agree, okay, with not keeping the Sabbath, you agree with all the abominable things that this man has set up, okay, then you are in fact a co-conspirator, you're a collaborator, and you're helping them, and you're going to fail. And that's why 2/3 you're going to die, man. What do you, I don't get it. What are y'all afraid of? And you know the most grievous part about it? Is you broke ass nigga and nigglets, okay, that are doggone actually helping this man. It ain't like you benefiting, man. You still walking over to the same trashy ass little apartment or house or old crap. You driving old crap. You don't have no money in the damn bank. You have no credit, nothing like that. But yet still you doggone gonna praise this man. What has he done for you? Has he even walk and give you a bag? He doesn't even give you doggone niggas even a bag, and you a doggone praising this man. You should be hating this man even more. Seriously.
Yeah, like King David said, I hate them with perfect hatred.
Yes.
These people hate us.
They hate us.
You know?
So why the hell you actually, you're not benefiting, man. So what, I don't get it.
Just land back on the brother's point, even this nigga Kanye said it. He said, I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal, but at least I got some toys like a Happy Meal. You know, so Jake pleasured in wickedness, man. And then when the shit don't pan out how they thought, and that's when you wanna act self-righteous. Now you got niggas, these celebrity niggas pushing the truth out there when it seems to be convenient to them. But now Zaddy, your master, discarded your ass. So now you trying to, nah, man. Like Yahawashi said, a servant cannot have more than one master. You either love the other and love one and hate the other.
Yeah, you can't serve Mama and Yahawashi. Yeah, you can't.
Can't.
Okay. See, here's the deal here. People are like, wait till they get down and out. Now they're gonna cry. That's the reason why the Lord says He's not gonna hear your ass. Okay, He's gonna laugh at your doggone tribulation. Okay. When life is going good for you, you have to look. This is the time when you serve the Lord. When life is going good for you, and when life is going bad for you. Okay. You think because we out here with Bibles, you think we're starving? None of us are starving. We got a warm bed to sleep on. But we're still out here. We're getting out of those warm beds to come out here to the highway and the byway. Okay? You get a man in this truth who are preaching this, who are doggone ex-football players. That means what? They're millionaires, okay? There are brothers in this truth that actually have that kind of stability. All right? But it's out here doing the work of the Lord. Right. So you don't have to be naturally a poor beggar on the street like that to be serving the Lord. No. But you don't worship money. You don't worship the material things of this world. That's the reason why, roughly paraphrasing, Yahawashi said, okay, trust not in oppression. If riches increase, don't set your heart upon them. Okay?
It's the same Matthew 6 chapter. But it's the same Matthew 6 chapter. I believe around the 19th verse, it says, store up your treasures in heaven.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to truly reap what we sow the proper way, righteousness, man. And that's why in Galatians 6 and 7, it mentions how those who sow corruption to their flesh shall reap it. You know, you want to overindulge in the affairs of this life which are wicked, including these pagan-ass holidays and religion and so forth, politics, pseudoscience, and so forth.
And it doesn't even do anything like that. And here's the deal here. You're probably saying to yourself, you're absolutely hopeless. No, man, you're not hopeless. Okay, let's go to the book of Ezekiel 33:11. It says, say unto them, as I live, said the Lord God, power, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn away from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will you die, O house of Israel? Notice it didn't say to the earth. It said, O house of Israel, which is what? The 12 tribes of Israel, telling you that what? This whole book is about us, man. Right. The mercy of the Lord is on us. It's not on the rest of these doggone nations. Okay? He made them. They're just vanity. The Lord can do whatever He wants to do. He can create them. So He created them. Why? In the end, okay, we're going to see them as as our servants for 1,000 years. Okay? So He's talking about us. He doesn't want any of you, even you 2/3 out there, man. He doesn't want you to die. That's the reason why we don't look at a Jake and just judge them by the way they dress or how they walk. Even if you walk up here with dreadlocks and sweat, hey brother, you know who you are? Okay, because we got to stretch our hands out to God people, man. Sometimes you're gonna bring in the good, and sometimes you're gonna bring in the bad. That's it's up to the Lord to sift out who He doesn't want. Right. Okay, our job out here is to give you the doctrine. Okay, the proper doctrine. Okay, so it's not hopeless, man. Don't think you can't change. Doesn't matter what you are. Last week we had a sodomite pull up. Okay, and I did a lesson on that 2 days later, and I talked to him and I go, you know what, man? Hey, so what? You can get healed from that. Okay, so what? If you're a dog, if you're doing that stuff, that you can get healed from that, man. The Lord wants you to turn away from that. That's wickedness. Esau's got you doing that stuff. That's who's got you doing that. All right.
All right. Like it says in Scripture, man. You know what I'm saying? In the book of St. Matthew, that all sin is forgivable except for the sin of blasphemy. So this is St. Matthew chapter 12, verse 31. Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Holy Spirit shall not be forgiven unto men. Okay? You know, like Yahawashi rebuked that harlot, them wicked ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? The language gates prophesied in Jeremiah 14:2 try to stone her to death. He said, okay, yeah, she's a harlot, yeah, she's a thought. Okay, but what about you niggas in your transgression? So he proceeded to write their transgressions in the sin. When they were rebuking her and chastising her, he would look up, he didn't even pay them no never mind. You just writing their sins in the sand, and then he said, okay, when you got finished.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
So you can't be hypocrite. Okay. You can't be hypocrite. We fight against the wickedness that they're trying to get to us every single day. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 13, 7 verse. Isaiah 13, starting with verse 13, and it says, Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and in the wrath of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM a host in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man take it up, that they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone to his own land. Now here's the deal here, okay? Because the judgment that's going to be coming here on Great Babylon America is going to be so terrible. Okay, all these other doggone nations that are here, these other tribes that are here, they're going to run. You know, they're going to get together, band together, and say, let's get the hell out of this place. Because there ain't going to be no US dollar anymore. You can have the doggone digital version, and at that time, you probably might even have the doggone the MOTB. And if that's the case like that, you don't have a tangible anything, okay? These people will run. But here's the power that goes to us. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them, these Edomites in their wicked ways, shall fall by the sword. Their children should also be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their house should be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Okay, so if you join this man military, you're going to die. If you join this man in all his ways that he's going on, and the Lord knows your heart, okay? He knows your heart. He knows what you're doing, okay? You're going to die. So it's plain and simple, Jake. Either you get out of Babylon, okay, mentally, okay, or you're going to die. All right?
Straight up and down. All right, just to back up the brother real quick, this precept in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. Okay? It says, Salakia. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. And it reads, start at verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Now a spiritual gift is faith above all. And by way of our measure of faith, by rehearsing the righteous laws, statutes, commandments is what's going to save us in these last days. Not just merely keeping the law, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying? Like the wicked, the scribes, and the Pharisees, and the chief priests, you know, we're afraid of proclaiming. That's why, you know, in Proverbs 11:9 it says, a hypocrite with his mouth destroyed his neighbor. Because they're like IUIC. You know what I'm saying? You so gung-ho about the adamant about the law, but you're breaking the first one. Because like it says, what's that, Exodus, the 23rd chapter? It is unlawful to call on other names. Okay, case in point. So a lot of these men, you got to see, like that's why in 1 John the 4th chapter says, try the spirits by the spirits to see if they're the Lord. You see, because we shall know a man by his fruits, man. Yeah. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. Ye know not, it's like ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away into these dumb idols, even as ye were led. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So we were once asleep, like it says in 1 Peter, is that 1 Peter the 3rd chapter, 2 Peter the 3rd chapter. It's how we were all asleep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, that awakening has happened, man.
That awakening is happening. Now here's one of the common mistakes here that is done here in the tribe of Israel. Okay, in particular with Jake. Okay, and it says, this is the Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 and verse 2, and it says, burden not thyself above the power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it should be broken. Our people have this thing, they're trying to compete, okay, against these Edomites. Now, before we came into this truth, okay, when you work in 2 jobs, you're going to college and you get your certification, you're trying to go there and trying to shake hands with these Edomites, and hey man, in the back of your mind, when you're shaking hands, you're trying to rub elbows with these Edomites, and most of them are just low level and they can do shit for you anyways. Okay, you are trying to do what? You're trying to compete with them. And when you try to compete with the doggone wicked, okay, these people are mightier than us, because why? This is their queendom. They're set up above us right now. We are set up to be a base. When you try to compete with them, guess what you do? Okay, you are going to follow their ways. Okay, and if you try to go up against them, it says when it says so if one be smitten against the other, it should be broken. Okay, so we can't put our ways on these Edomites, but they can put their ways on us, because they're the ones that are actually in control right now. Okay, so you're going to go celebrate Thanksgiving if your boss come and tell you, hey, you know what, come over the house here, you know, I've been watching you, you've been doing a great job, you know, it might be a promotion for you. Shit, man, I can make an extra $5 an hour or $10 an hour. You know, because why? You envious, you covetous, you lustful, okay? And you also want to be what? You also want these Edomites to look at you differently from how they always look at you, which is like you poor Negroes, okay? And that's a warning to us because that is another doggone snare, okay, that our people are trapped in. Now, when you're in this truth, you understand that whatever little that you have, okay, make best with it, okay, because why? We have a great inheritance. We get the whole universe, see? That's what we're talking about right there, the simple right there. They have no clue right there that they're driving in a debt, they're going debt machine. They might not even live to see it tomorrow.
Fine. They might seal their fate right there. That might be a curse onto them right there, man, because, folly, like it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, man, you know what I'm saying? Folly and madness is despised upon them. You see what I'm saying? You people that have, like it says in Ecclesiastes 10 and 6 or 7, it says folly is set in great dignity and a rich sin in low place. So we're in a low place right now, which is why we're mocked. You know what I'm saying? We're mocked to scorn. Right? You know, we're set as a reproach, or we're perceived as a reproach to have these people in a sense of liberty to do kind of shit like that. Drive by and yell obscenities and foolish shit. Okay? You know? So this is Proverbs 3:31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways." Yep. So what? He got a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be content with what you have, your daily bread. You're able to keep the roof over your head, pay your mortgage, your rent, pay your bills, afford food for the time being, pay your car note, whatever have you, to sustain yourself, man. We don't even deserve that. But you can see Jake while up in that snare, you know what I'm saying, wanting more, desiring more than what they have, all right, because they've been influenced by the wine of Babylon too long, man.
And that's the indoctrination you get here from a kid. Okay, you gotta go to school, gotta get a G, you gotta get this, gotta get that, gotta get this, and it's always continuously get. So when you're always in a state of want, and lusting and covetousness, you will never actually have time to even think about the Lord and like, why do I even have this? And of course, these prosperity gospel preachers, okay, what do they show you? They show you the picture of this doggone white man. The white man represents doggone wealth, okay? See? And that's the reason why their God happens to look like a doggone, it's a pale-faced, blue-eyed, doggone brown-haired devil, which goes completely against the scripture. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM, shall come as a thief in the night." So, what does that mean? Okay, is it not an actual thief? Okay, but we supposed to have our minds and our hearts and be in this doctrine and this truth continuously, because we don't know when YAHAWAH BAHASHAM is going to lay judgment on this place, and we don't want to be caught up with that. So there ain't a moment that you can say, you know what, I'm going to take off like a season, go back into the world, like come back. Man, I already know these scriptures and stuff. That's the reason why you see some of these jakes, when you talk to them, they'll go, I know. Because they're in that spirit of, well, I know the Lord is going to come back and judge this place, but you know what? He ain't coming right now, so I'm going to go back out in the world and enjoy myself. I got these Bibles, and it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. We are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night and of darkness," so we are aware. Okay, that's why it says precept upon precept. We can go back and forth from the Old Testament to the New Testament, okay, and we can see that there's no such thing as doggone peace. Is this peace? Okay, you can look in the daily news in Esau, these Edomite doggone newspaper, or in their doggone online news, and you can see that there's no doggone peace. And that peace doesn't mean that there's a world war that's going on, which that's coming, but we're talking about the fact that there's no peace here in Great Babylon for the tribe of Israel. Okay, we are continuously oppressed. You can never let your God down. Okay, right now we're looking over here. This is that trailer belongs to a doggone Issachar, right? And what is this? Dogs and a pig. There's a hot dog and a pig friggin' hugging each other like that. So they're in this abominable lifestyle of eating these tacos. Okay, with the abominable food that the Lord He said that we shouldn't be consuming. Right.
And hey, our people have been in gross darkness so long, they don't see anything wrong with it. That's why in 2 Peter 1:19 it says how we are a dim light in a dark world. You see? And that's why our people need deliverance from this place. You see, they get puffed up. They get puffed up for all the wrong reasons, man. People, Jake in the world and Jake in the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know the Heavenly Father, okay, by way of by way of this sound doctrine, okay, and there's you're going to be destroyed, man, because unless you be lukewarm, man, you're either hot or you're cold. Yeah. All right, and that's why we have the Lord has set up shepherds, man. Okay, all right, to substitute, all right, the lost sheep, so to say, for the actual shepherd comes back, man. Yeah. We have a great responsibility. You know, that's why here 1 Corinthians 8:1 says, "Now touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth." You know, so Jay can come to the truth and he'll get all puffed up. You know, like a brother was saying, "Well, I already know this Bible. I don't need to do such and such." Mm-hmm. Well, if we knew we were the elect, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be on edge. And the Lord don't like that shit. He wants us to be on edge. Exactly. You know, 1 Corinthians 8:2 says, and if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing. Yet as he ought to know. So what more so you people in the world, man? You don't know shit. Okay, you like this clown that walked by or rode by in a little chariot, man, in the back seat like a damn idiot, yelling out obscenities and foolishness, man. You know, thinking that he's being cute in front of his family. The Lord will put that guy to death instantly. Or if not, like it says in Ecclesiastes 8 chapter, even though that judgment might not be expedient, you know, it will come due time, roughly paraphrasing. And like it says in St. Matthew, like Yahawashi said in St. Matthew 6 and 34, make no thought for tomorrow. Meaning what? You're not worried about what tomorrow brings because it's not promised to any of us, man. We're on borrowed time in this flesh, man. So the time that we do have, that we were blessed with, we're supposed to utilize it to the best of our ability. We've seen in Sirach 43 and 30, okay, to please the Lord as much as we can. We can never go far enough.
Never. Let's go to the book of Job 5. Capitalizing on that, this is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12, and it says, "He disappointed the device of the crafty so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh device in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the fraud is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty." Okay, and we know right now, and this is the reason why Esau has his eyes on us. Now, for those of you who may not notice, a lot of things that is coming out against Hebrew Israelites, notice that they're not coming out of Great Millstone. They're coming out IUIC and ISUPK and Wi-Fi, or Warriors for Israel. Why? They took the bag. So now they're theirs. That's the reason why they call them Black Hebrew Israelites. That's the reason why they can go at them. Because why? They're not in the house of David. They're not under the protection of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM. Okay? We are. Okay? And that's the reason why they can't come against Great Muslim, because we don't come out here and say nothing of our own accord. We come out here and go strictly into the scripture. Every man that is coming out here, okay, and likewise brothers, okay, from Great Millstone and from the Elder Fawcett down to the likewise brothers who are not, directly in the camp itself, but preach the same doctrine. We only go into the level that we are capable of doing. Okay, so if it's milk scriptures, it's milk scriptures. Okay, until the Lord give you more they're going to take on to bring out. But each one of us have that part, okay, to deliver nothing but the truth, okay, to the sheep and as watchmen, okay, to the sheep of Israel, okay, to the tribe of Israel, okay. So these people right now, Esau, they're going to be taken in their craftiness because they're trying to set up and demonize us. But guess what? The Lord tells us to don't even worry about it. When we go into their so-called court system, you know, they arrest you. That's when they really are going to, that's when the world is really going to find out, because they're going to try to televise that because they think that they're going to be bringing us into the courtroom like how they did with O.J. Simpson. Okay, I think they're going to be humiliated, but it's going to be the Lord that's going to speak to us, okay, to them. I know now the world is going to understand who the doggone wicked is, and that's why you see them. It's going to get really pissed off because they're going to get exposed when they do that. Okay.
Back on the brother's point, we're going to have these wolves in sheep's clothing that Yahawashi told us to watch out for, that I believe is mentioned in St. Matthew 7 chapter. You know what I'm saying? That are contributing to us being implicated on charges, man. You know, but like the brother was saying, we're not supposed to be worried about what we're going to say, what they're going to do to us. You know, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to have us, man, because we're already covered under him. We're covered under his pavilion. You know what I'm saying? Which basically means shelter. We've seen the Psalm 31 and 20. You see? Because they, you know, they're, you know what I'm saying? Because they got their lot and we got their lot. And we got our lot. We understand what their lot is. And this is what their lot is. Yeah. Okay, this is 2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 1. Okay, it says, now there, Salaki. 2 Samuel 3, 1. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. Okay, so the house of Saul, these wolves, you know, these wolves in sheep's clothing, we're not worried about y'all, man, because we already have the victory in Hamashiach, like it says in Revelation, I believe, in the 15th chapter, and you don't. All right, you're fighting a losing battle, man. All right, so we're not mad at what you're doing, man. You're not, you know, because we're not, like it says in Philippians, the 2nd chapter. Work at your own salvation for out of fear and trembling. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't want to do that, that's on you, man. Like our forefathers, he said, you know what I'm saying? He said, like he was directed by the Heavenly Father, YAHAWAH, you know what I'm saying? He told them, go to these people and preach it to them, roughly paraphrasing, whether they hear or they forbear. And if they forbear, their blood's in their own hands.
Yep.
You know?
Okay, so for right now, y'all can look great in your purple suit. You can look great, you know, driving around in your doggone Lamborghinis and stuff like that, taking these exotic trips on these cruise ships, you know, and laughing at your doggone your deceived audience who are looking at you because why? They're looking at you in a covetous way, but they're also looking at you and they worshiping men. That's the reason why, okay, Bishop Nate and these guys have such a big audience, right? Because people are worshiping them. You can actually see the comment, okay, from the women, okay, that are worshiping, you know, matching purple smurfs, okay, and these men because they project a false sense of power. How the hell you get doggone have power here in Great Babylon, America, as a doggone Negro? Come on, let's get realistic here. So sometimes people, you got to use your doggone common sense. If you want to come up against this truth, use at least your common sense. But if y'all don't even use your doggone common sense, they don't have no damn power, man. Those are jokers, okay? And the Lord is going to expose them and put them down. When Esau started kicking their doors in, start accusing them of tax evasion, okay? And the IRS people come inside and gun them down like that and accuse them of crime and say they're the black Hebrew Israelite terrorists, okay? And they don't have that protection on them, okay? We'll see. Y'all come looking for the doggone truth here. This is the book of Proverbs 26 and verse 27. And it says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone in it will return upon him. And these pits that are being dug, okay, are dug by doggone Esau the Edomite. But Esau doesn't only dig these pits for us. Esau has Jakes digging these doggone pit for us. Right. When you are standing up and preaching a false doctrine, okay, when you know our people are going to follow you just because you have a purple gold suit and you have a Lamborghini that they actually paid for, okay, that is a pit that you are digging for our people because now our people are now in this prosperity gospel, okay? They're not even hearing the words that you're saying because the word, what they're looking at is the image. And the image that you're projecting is the image of Great Babylon, America, which is what we're talking about. When you get Nate that's going to go around and say that the name doesn't matter, and he's using the word Jesus, and he's also mocking our Malak, okay, our king, that's just a blatant disrespect right there. So these are the modern day Sadducees and Pharisees. The same guys that were back in the day, okay, that was challenging the Mashiach when he was testifying, okay, on the highways and the byways back then with his disciples, okay? And we have those guys today.
Right. You know, like, hey, and the king, and that's why Amos 9:11, it says how, the prophet says how the house of David, the tabernacle of David, raised back up. And you also have the house of Saul that we reincarnated. They're back on the scene. And we shall know a man by their fruit. So, you know what I'm saying? We see these guys back on the scene, man. All right, by way of their actions. Okay, so this is St. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men, to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven, because you're exhibiting fear towards your oppressor, the man of sin and son of perdition, to look to appease him by consenting to his religion, over just being patient, possess your souls to be to be beautified and exalted in due time. That's why we're dealing with fame. That these guys are these IUIC purple people eaters. You know what I'm saying? Are out there, indulging themselves in. Okay. For vainglory and clout, all right, they're not patient, man. All right, they want that they want that fame right now, that vainglory and clout right now. But I believe in the book of Zephaniah, and I believe like in the 3rd chapter, it mentions how the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI will bring us our fame. That's right. See what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of these jakes are being exposed, all right, in this truth, because they're really not in the truth. They got one foot in the world and one foot in the truth, and there's no lukewarm. I mean, if you're lukewarm percent of revelation, the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to spew you out his mouth, man. And you guys are all being exposed, man. Okay, because the same things you were guilty of back then is the same things you're guilty of now. All right, so this is we'll continue. St. Matthew 6:2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do, in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. they glory in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Forming in formation, you know what I'm saying? Compassion, battle, and formation like they're in the goddamn military. You know what I'm saying? Marching with combat boots. That's folly, man.
That's
all right. We're supposed to be harmless as we're supposed to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people, through the Spirit, we're like, hey, people that barely even know we're out here, and we prefer it that way, because like I was trying to say, my sheep hear my voice. We don't have to go out there with a goddamn bullhorn and you know what I'm saying, get a permit to speak on a fucking speaker, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what Frederick, exposing you guys, man. You want to line up by the thousands, hundreds upon hundreds of thousands, you know what I'm saying, in support of a nigga in the world who's known for throwing up Illuminati, Freemasonic symbols, man. You look up Kyrie Irving, Freemason, you see all the information you need, man. The nigga's constantly throwing up the all-seeing eye horse, you know what I'm saying, over his eye. And this nigga's a boule, sellout, patsy that's being used by these devils, man.
Yeah. Okay. And what they're doing is they're playing with the emotion because they're making it look like they're actually going with them because, see, we don't trust Kanye West and we don't trust Kyrie, okay? Now, when they came up with that, okay, Esau thought he was being nice and clever and smart by making it look like he's punishing them. But I can guarantee you right now, behind the scene, they're meeting up and shaking hands and they go, good job, Kanye, for saying that, okay, good job, Kyrie. Good job, Kyrie, like that, for saying that, and stuff like that. And that's the way you have to think, because you have to always be suspicious of this doggone man. Because he's proven what? He's nothing but a liar, okay? His words are smooth like butter, but in this side he has what? He has war. And he has proven nothing but that, okay? You can look through the history, okay? And there's nothing that this man can say to any of the righteous men, okay, that is going to make us believe anything otherwise. Take a look at it, okay? This is the history of the doggone man that are the kings of the earth right now that are ruling, okay? This is what they've done, okay? They've given you this rather than this, okay? They're not letting you know that YAHAWAH Mashiach is coming back in great power, okay, and what they call UFOs and stuff like that, okay? People actually really believe that this doggone devil is coming back with some doggone horse. Really? That's great. That's Ronald Dalton. Okay? So stupid. Okay? They're not letting you know that these robots that they're built here are actually real. There's actually real Terminators. They're going to come and kill you. Why? Because there's a lot of jig that are serving in the United States military and also in the police forces, law enforcement. When they see what's actually happening, places like that, they're going to turn around and say, well, I don't want to do it. Not because suddenly they're righteous. It's because why? When they take away the actual physical currency that you can look at, that money that you can feel in your pocket, and they turn around and tell you this is what you're going to take. See, the effect of that is going to be very different, and that's why there's going to be such a big sedition, why there's going to be such an insurrection going. And most of this insurrection is going to come from these so-called Edomites. They're not going to stand for this. Because if somebody's telling you, man, okay, your money, your shit is this and I can control it, versus when you have your money in your pocket, you can go deposit your money as you see fit and spend and use it. That's one doggone thing, and so you're not going to give up with that. So they're going to use these robots to go do the dirty work. A lot of Edomites are going to go up against their own government, okay, their own kings, okay. So this is real. This is real. This is the Internet of Things, and this is actually real. It's not for your benefit. It's for your destruction. IUIC does not go into this because they're enjoying this, because they don't actually believe this is going to happen. IUIC actually doesn't believe this is going to take place. They don't believe in Jacob's trouble. And they actually went in great detail about the fact that there's no such thing as Jacob's trouble. Okay?
Yeah, and then he got cut, and then Nate Diggity Dog, okay, got cut by that Benjamite. I think that Benjamite brother's in the spiritual realm now. I think he has some kind of ailment. And the Lord, claimed his soul, so he's good now. But and he was right there. He had the zeal. But that was Nate's opportunity, and the rest of them, those men in his camp, within that interaction to further sharpen that brother's iron, what they refused to do. What they did is they further, set a stumbling block before him by making it seem like it's all good. Why is that? Because like right here, it's a proverb, like it says here, Proverbs 29 and 24. Who is a partner with the thief hateth his own soul. He heareth cursing and bereaveth it not. Meaning he declares it not, because they're set on their leaves, man. And because they receive the consolation on their side. Okay? And that's why they're being set up to do the Satan's bidding, man. And on behalf of the physical counterpart of Satan, and that's the devil, who's created to steal, murder, and destroy. What this current holiday goes into, man, the vibration of death, upon our people, man. And so you niggas, you wolves in sheep's clothing that know you're Israelites, out there with your illustrious garments and your phylacteries and whatnot. Okay, you cannot fool the elect. It's not possible, man. We see right through you. I don't recognize we're of that fold, man. We're of that sheepfold, man. We see right through your madness, man. And what you're up to, what you what you have been conspiring by way of with the devil. Okay, to further keep our people suppressed, repressed, and crushed. All right, from the Lord, man. And why is that? To further expound on what was said, this is Psalm chapter 62, verse 10. Trust not in oppression, become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Like Judas Iscariot, he fell for that snare, man.
Yep.
Like you niggas are doing.
That's what you're doing. Okay. You feel good. You feel good about yourself. You're getting the adoration. Okay. You make adultery among your congregation. Okay. Okay. And the people follow you because these are the same doggone people. And there are some, as the other apostles would say, there are some that are still amongst you that have been full of that. But for the most part, most of them, these are the same part of the people who sign up. They say we want Barabbas. Okay. Because you like that fanciness right there, like that. You like tangibility, and tangibility is what Esau can provide for you here. You're not thinking of you're not investing, okay? And that's the reason why, okay, if you speak in a worldly way, okay, our people are at the bottom and poor. Why? Because our people don't put anything aside. The first thing they do is they go and invest in dumb shit like doggone $100,000 gold chain or whatever case like that, and that's why you see these jakes who actually, they get into the hip hop business or movie acting like that. They're living on the doggone street, okay? Right. They're living on the doggone street, okay? Because they don't invest. They don't see into the future right here. This is an investment. We right now, okay, are interviewing, okay, to YAHAWAH Mashiach to be part of 144,000, okay? And there's certain ways that we have to go about and do it. The same way Noah had to go about a certain way to build the ark. He was given a blueprint, and there's a blueprint that we have to go through. And we can't turn around and say, you know what, I'm going to add on to it, or I'm going to take away from it. Okay, which is what the IUIC is doing. They're adding on and they're taking away. They're taking away the fact that YAHAWAH Mashiach, okay, has to be called by the true name, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, okay? Not Bob and Tom and all that stuff and laugh at the market, but then, hey, that's what they're set up to do.
That's a land back on the brother's point. This is Romans. This is an investment. Remember, and land back on the brother's point. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High God Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to the Most High God Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. You know what I'm saying? So this is a sacrifice that we're offering, man, through our lives, man. Like there's been brothers that have been put to death over this truth, man. Like there's a Benjamin, my brother, who got poked up in Trinidad or somewhere, or Barbados or wherever he was at, man. Some years ago, I believe it was a GMS brother. Benjamin, my brother, from one of the GMS camps. You know what I'm saying? In the Caribbean, got poked up, got sent back to the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? I believe one of the elders of the apostles got attacked, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So it happened, but see, we're not supposed to fear these things. And like it says in Psalm, but why? Because in Psalm 34:7 it says, the angels of the Lord are encamped about around us. Yep. So we don't fear, like Yahushua said in St. Matthew 10 chapter, fear not he who destroys the body, but rather fear him who can destroy both the body and soul in hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that means he can turn around and bring you back as a retarded ass doggone baby or some other crap like that. Okay, so we know in this. Okay, we have to have the faith to go out there and go do the work. Yahushua came out here, he came out in the flesh. Okay, and he had to suffer the persecution, and he's our master. And what he said, like paraphrasing, he said the servant is not greater than the master. Right. Okay, so I think we're gonna get a downpour here. Yeah.
Y'all just leave it off on this. This 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 3. But if any man love the Most High God Yahweh, the same is known of him. So if you know him, that means he's blessed you with the mysteries of heaven. All right, to do the things. All right, to have remind you the things to please Him in order for you to, to be deemed worthy enough to be saved by Him, man. Because we're supposed to make our calling and election sure. We're not guaranteed salvation just because we're out here. Yeah. But that's why we like the brother said, this is an interview, like a rehearsal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For what's to be bestowed upon us, man. That's that heavenly glory, that eternal heavenly glory, man. All right. And we're gonna, in autumn righteousness, we earn it, but we have to earn it. I mean, we're not given anything, man. We have to earn the kingdom.
Somebody has to be the 144,000. Why not me? Why not this brother? Why not the elder and teachers and apostle great Muslim likewise brother? Right. Somebody has to be. There's a number, okay? So somebody has to be it. Throughout history, there's 144,000 men that have been picked and selected, 12,000 from each tribe of Israel. Okay. So I want to be one of those 12,000 like that. So you gotta come out here. That's the reason why you gotta come out here hot. Okay? You gotta come out here hot. Yeah, we're not guaranteed. We haven't had any dream or Yahawashi in turn and say, man, I got you. You do it. No. But there's 144,000. I want to be one of those. Somebody's gotta be it. Okay? Somebody. Okay.
And our actions show that.
Yeah. Yeah. If you believe, you can come out here hard. You can come and do what you gotta do. Okay? All right. That's right. So, we want to come out here because we really want to go into the this Thanksgiving Day and bring out a midweek camp. We got camp this weekend that's going to be coming up, and of course, brothers put up lessons. And so Lord willing, you were edified with this. We'd like to turn to the east and give all praise, glory, and honor to
YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM Kakadosh.
Double honor, say teachers that are the cause of great millstone. Also to you brothers that are put up the truth, faith, fearlessly, and your brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalawam, DTA, and all the ball. Soon.
Very soon.
Hopefully tonight.
Delivery. Sooner than later.
Yeah.